Ladies and gentlemen, what if I told you that you've been playing small your whole life, chasing after people and things that don't deserve your energy? What if I told you the key to everything you've ever wanted was never in their hands, but in your own? It's time to stop being an afterthought, stop chasing validation, and start realizing you are the prize. Stay with me, because in the next few moments I'm going to show you how to claim your power, own your worth, and stop settling for anything less than what you deserve. You are not a backup plan. You are not someone's second thought or rainy day option. The moment you begin chasing someone who isn't choosing you, you step away from your own power. You diminish your value by trying to convince someone to see it. That is not your job. Your job is to live so fully, so confidently, that your presence speaks louder than any plea. You are the main character in your life, not an extra in someone else's story. When you chase someone who is pulling away, you end up abandoning yourself to get closer to them. And in that process, you forget that you were never meant to beg for love. You were meant to be loved effortlessly. Think about the times you've twisted and bent yourself just to be noticed by someone who couldn't care less. You started changing the way you spoke, the things you posted, even the clothes you wore, all in hopes of capturing their attention. But the truth is, attention gained through compromise is never sustainable. If you're constantly adjusting to be enough for someone else, then you're already too far from who you truly are. That's a red flag. Not with them, but with your relationship to yourself. The moment you feel the urge to chase, pause. Ask yourself, why am I running towards someone who is walking away from me? It's easy to believe that love requires effort. And while that's true, chasing is an effort. It's desperation. Real love meets you halfway. It recognizes your energy, your presence, your fire, and it chooses you back. When someone doesn't choose you, it's not your cue to try harder. It's your cue to look inward. Do you love yourself enough to walk away from someone who doesn't see you? Do you value yourself enough to stop begging for crumbs when you deserve the whole feast? These are the questions that build strength. These are the questions that turn heartbreak into growth. When someone ignores you, it hurts. It triggers old wounds and rejection scars. But what hurts more is staying stuck in the loop of proving your worth. You are not here to prove anything. Your worth is inherent. You are not for everyone. And that's okay. The right person will not need convincing. They will not leave you on red, make you wait for validation, or treat your love like an inconvenience. So stop trying to convince someone who is clearly not in alignment with your destiny. Start focusing on the one person who needs your attention the most. You. There is immense power in redirecting your energy inward. Instead of asking, why won't he text me back? Ask, why am I giving him the power to define my day? When you stop chasing and start focusing on your own path, everything shifts. Your energy becomes magnetic. You stop being the pursuer and become the force that draws others in. People can feel that confidence, that self-assurance, and it's intoxicating. That's when regret kicks in. Not because you chased them, but because you stopped. And in your silence, they finally saw the storm of power they once overlooked. Imagine a version of you who is so rooted in self-worth that rejection feels like redirection. Imagine walking into every room knowing you are enough, whether someone acknowledges it or not. That version of you doesn't chase. She doesn't beg. She doesn't shrink herself to fit inside someone else's comfort zone. She expands, she glows, she commands respect without raising her voice. And those who couldn't see her before now wish they had paid closer attention. But by then she's moved on. She's no longer waiting. She's too busy becoming. To reach that version of you, you need to start now. Stop checking your phone for messages that never come. Stop rehearsing what you'll say if he finally notices you. Instead, invest in yourself. learn, grow, explore, go places that inspire you. Surround yourself with people who see your light, not just your appearance. The energy you invest in chasing someone else is energy taken from your own evolution. Reclaim it. Use it to build a life so full, so rich, so powerful that the absence of one person no longer creates a void. When you do this, you don't just stop chasing, you start leading. You become the example, the blueprint, the inspiration for others who are still stuck in the pattern of pursuit. Your story becomes a reflection of transformation. You become living proof that walking away is not weakness, it's wisdom. That choosing yourself is not selfish, it's necessary. And as you rise, you'll notice the world responding differently. You'll attract better friends, better partners, better opportunities. Not because you change for them, but because you finally stop changing for anyone. Eventually, the one who ignored you might notice. They might reach out. They might try to come back. And you'll have a choice. Not out of bitterness, but out of clarity. Because when you stop chasing, you gain perspective. You see things for what they really are. And often, what you thought you wanted pales in comparison to what you now know you deserve. That's not revenge. That's growth. That's power. And it doesn't come from games or manipulation. It comes from mastering yourself, your standards, and your ability to walk away from anything that disrupts your peace. So don't chase. Don't beg. Don't perform for validation. You are the spotlight, not the background. The moment you remember that, you become unstoppable. The regret of the one who ignored you, that's their journey, not yours. Yours is to rise, to heal, to shine so brightly that you never again question your worth. Let silence speak. Let your transformation talk louder than your tears ever could. And when the world tries to dim your light, stand tall and remind it, you were born to shine, not shrink. There's a fire inside you that doesn't die just because someone failed to see it. When someone walks away, it feels personal. It stings. But the truth is, their departure is not a reflection of your lack. It's a redirection. Instead of seeing rejection as a reason to collapse, see it as the universe clearing space for something greater. Reinvention begins the moment you stop waiting for someone to return and start choosing yourself. You get to decide whether this pain becomes your prison or your power. When you choose growth over grievance, you rise. Not because you're pretending to be fine, but because you're rebuilding from a place of truth. You are not broken, you are becoming. This is your season of reinvention. Use the silence they left behind to listen to yourself. Reignite the dreams you've buried under compromise. Pick up the pieces, not to return to who you were before, but to create someone bolder, wiser, stronger. Every setback, every unanswered message, every silent night, it all becomes fuel. You don't need closure when you have clarity. And clarity comes when you stop asking why they didn't stay and start asking what you can do with the freedom they gave you. Don't use your energy to keep the past alive. Use it to build your next chapter. This isn't about revenge. This is about evolution. Healing doesn't always look graceful. Sometimes it's messy. Sometimes it's screaming into pillows, rewriting old stories, or walking away from familiar pain. But through it all, one truth remains. You are worth the fight. The fight to love yourself without condition. The fight to choose growth over settling. The fight to become who you were always meant to be, even if someone else couldn't handle your light. This is the moment you begin again. This is where you stop surviving and start rising. Because nothing is more powerful than a woman who chooses herself after being forgotten. That kind of strength can't be faked. It's earned. Reigniting your power isn't about looking perfect. It's about owning your scars. It's about showing up, even when your voice shakes. You stop waiting for someone to validate your worth because you realize it was never up to them in the first place. Power comes back when you take responsibility for your happiness. It returns when you set boundaries, even when it's hard. It returns when you no longer explain why you're no longer available for half love or part-time effort. Your standards are not too high. Your past tolerances were too low. Raise them, not to punish, but to protect. There will be days when the old pain whispers back, when the loneliness feels louder than your progress. On those days, remember this: healing is not linear. You don't have to be okay all the time to be moving forward. You're allowed to grieve and still grow. You're allowed to miss someone and still know they weren't right for you. These feelings don't cancel each other. They coexist. But every time you choose yourself, even in small ways, you heal. Every time you show up for your life instead of waiting on someone else's return, you rise. Little by little, you reclaim your strength. Reclaiming yourself means returning to the things that made your soul feel alive. Before them, before the heartbreak, before the loss. What did you love? What made you feel most you? Go back to that. Reignite the passions you set aside to make room for someone who never truly stayed. Whether it's art, movement, writing, travel, or stillness, reconnect to it. Because that's how you rebuild your identity. Not based on what someone else wants from you, but based on what brings you home to yourself. This is your reset. Use it. Run with it. Become everything you forgot you could be. Transformation happens when pain meets purpose. It's not enough to just move on. You must rise differently. Let this version of you carry stronger boundaries, deeper grace, and louder self-love. Let her say no more often. Let her take up space. Let her dream without apology. When you reclaim your life, people notice. Some regret. Some admire. But none of that is your concern. You're not here to be understood, you're here to be real. And real growth is rarely comfortable. But it is always worth it. You don't need anyone's permission to start again. You just need courage. Every time you think about what you lost, shift your focus to what you're gaining. You are gaining clarity, independence, and a version of yourself that no longer fears solitude. That is power. The kind of power that can't be taken away by someone else's absence. You are no longer molding yourself to be more palatable. You are no longer shrinking so others feel comfortable. You are stepping into your truth, even if that means walking alone for a while. Because eventually you'll realize that peace is better than attention, and alignment is better than attachment. The most beautiful part of this journey is watching yourself rise from what was meant to break you. You look in the mirror and see not a victim but a survivor, a fighter, someone who transformed their pain into purpose. That strength becomes your new baseline, and with that strength, you begin to attract differently. You no longer seek people who complete you. You seek those who complement your growth, because now you know you are whole. Anyone who joins you from here must add to your peace, not disturb it. That's the beauty of reclaiming yourself. You stop settling for less than you deserve. So take the pain, the silence, the disappointment, and turn it into fuel. Let it shape you, not shrink you. Let it sharpen your focus, not soften your standards. This is your moment to rise. Reinvent yourself. Not for them, but for you. Reignite your passion not to be seen, but because it lights up your soul. Reclaim your story not with revenge, but with renewal. Because the most powerful transformation is the one that doesn't seek validation. It just is. Unapologetic, bold, free. And when you become that version of yourself, Regret won't be yours. It'll belong to the one who let you go. There is an undeniable strength in silence. We often mistake action for validation, thinking that proving ourselves will finally make others see our worth. But the truth is, you don't need to prove anything to anyone, especially when it comes to your value. The moment you realize that your worth is not tied to someone else's approval, you stop chasing after their acknowledgement. Instead, you stand still in your truth. When you stop performing for validation, the world stops demanding that you prove your existence. You are enough without any explanation or justification. Let your actions speak louder than words, and let your silence carry the weight of your self-assurance. The act of proving yourself comes from a place of insecurity. It's driven by the fear that if you don't fight for someone's attention, you'll be forgotten. But what if the best way to be remembered is by being true to yourself, without trying to mold yourself to fit someone else's expectations? People who truly value you will see you without any need for you to explain yourself. And those who don't, they'll never be able to see you clearly. When you start understanding this, you release the pressure to perform. You stop worrying about whether or not you're enough, and you simply start being. You embrace yourself unapologetically, and in doing so, you attract the right people, those who appreciate the real you. Proving yourself often leads to overcompensating, doing too much to secure someone's interest or approval. But the truth is, you cannot control how others see you. No matter how much you give, no matter how much you try to please, some people simply will not see your value. And that is not your fault. Their inability to appreciate you is not a reflection of your worth, but rather their inability to recognize greatness when it stands before them. Instead of bending over backward to gain favor, focus on building a life that is rich in purpose and meaning. When you live authentically and confidently, the right people will naturally be drawn to you. You don't need to chase or perform. You simply need to show up as the most genuine version of yourself. When you stop chasing external validation, you free yourself from the exhausting cycle of seeking approval from others. How often do we give more of ourselves than we should, all for the sake of someone else's attention? How many times do we alter our plans, our goals, and even our personalities to fit into someone else's narrative? This self-sacrifice for external approval might feel like love at first, but it quickly turns into resentment. The more you give, the more you feel empty, because your actions are no longer a reflection of who you are, they are a reflection of what you think others want you to be. When you choose not to prove yourself anymore, you stop pretending. And that's when true freedom begins. The power of silence is not about shutting others down. It's about reclaiming your power. When you stop performing, you are no longer desperate for validation. You realize that you are not defined by how others see you, but by how you see yourself. This shift in mindset allows you to stop engaging in empty conversations or chasing fleeting approval. You are not here to win people over with exaggerated gestures or constant reassurance. You are here to be seen and loved for who you are, not for who you pretend to be. True confidence comes from within, not from external sources. When you know your worth, you stop performing and start living authentically. It is easy to get caught up in the game of proving yourself, especially in relationships. We often believe that love is something we need to earn, something we need to prove we deserve. But love isn't something to chase. It's something that should flow naturally when two people meet on equal ground. If you're constantly proving your value, you're not allowing the relationship to breathe. You're not allowing it to grow authentically. By constantly performing, you put the other person in a position where they must validate your worth for you to feel secure. But no relationship, no matter how strong, can survive under that kind of pressure. Real love is built on mutual respect, not on one person constantly proving themselves to the other. What if, instead of trying to prove yourself to someone. You simply became the person who doesn't need validation anymore. Imagine how liberating that would be. To know that you are enough, regardless of what anyone else thinks. The truth is, you were never meant to chase or to be anyone's validation. You were meant to create your own happiness, to build your own confidence, and to attract the people who will walk beside you, not behind you. By releasing the need to prove yourself, you open yourself up to healthier relationships, ones where you are accepted as you are, without the need for constant validation. Proving yourself doesn't only happen in relationships. It also happens in your career and personal life. How often do you overwork, over-deliver, or over-explain just to gain recognition from others? You may be seeking approval from colleagues, bosses, or peers in the hopes that their acknowledgement will make you feel validated. But here's the truth. The best way to stand out is to stop trying so hard. Let your work speak for itself. Be consistent, be authentic, and give your best, but do not lose yourself in the process. When you stop overperforming for validation, you shift your focus from external recognition to personal growth. The more you focus on doing the work for yourself, the more you will realize that external validation becomes less important. You will begin to value your own accomplishments and believe in your own capabilities. It's not easy to stop proving yourself, especially when you've spent so much of your life seeking approval from others. But this is where true empowerment lies. When you can stand firm in your identity without needing anyone else's permission, you are worthy of respect, love, and success. Not because you have to prove it to others, but because you already embody it. You don't need to chase after anyone's acknowledgement because you know who you are. The moment you let go of the need to prove yourself is the moment you fully step into your power. You are enough. Always have been, always will be. Letting go of the need to prove yourself is not about becoming complacent or giving up on growth. It's about trusting that your growth will come from within, not from external approval. As you focus on your own development and embrace your authentic self, the need for validation naturally fades. You realize that your journey is not about pleasing anyone, but about fulfilling your own purpose. And when you fully embrace that truth, the world responds. You attract people and opportunities that are aligned with who you truly are, not who you think others want you to be. Proving yourself to anyone becomes irrelevant because you've already proved to yourself that you are enough. You were never meant to be anyone's afterthought. You are not meant to exist in the margins, hoping someone will eventually notice your worth. You are the prize, the center of your own story, deserving of love, respect, and attention without having to earn it through desperation. The moment you recognize this truth, everything changes. You stop chasing after validation from others and you begin to stand firm in your own value. Your life, your energy, your presence, all become treasures, not because someone else tells you so, but because you finally understand that you are enough, just as you are. You stop waiting for someone to choose you and start choosing yourself first. There's a subtle but profound shift that happens when you stop seeking validation from others. The people who matter will see you. They will recognize your worth without the need for you to prove it. And those who don't, well, they'll simply fall away. This is not a loss. It's an invitation to make space for those who value you. You deserve to be loved and respected by people who see you for who you are, not what you can offer them. When you make the decision that you are the prize, you stop tolerating anything less than what you deserve. You stop accepting relationships, friendships, and situations that make you feel less than who you are. When you begin to see yourself as the prize, you shift the dynamic of every interaction. You stop chasing. You stop performing. Instead, you show up, grounded in your value, knowing that anyone who wants to be part of your life must meet you at your level. This isn't arrogance, it's self-respect. This shift doesn't come from a place of ego. It comes from a deep understanding that you are worthy of being treated with kindness, love, and appreciation. You no longer settle for being someone's option. You are not meant to be the person they turn to when no one else is available. You are meant to be their choice, their priority. In the past, you may have overlooked your own needs, putting others before you in an effort to gain their approval, but no more. When you recognize your own value, you stop sacrificing your peace, your happiness, or your well-being for the sake of someone who doesn't recognize your worth. You stop chasing after crumbs when you deserve the entire feast. The love you give should be reciprocated in equal measure, not demanded. You have a right to stand tall and expect the same level of commitment, care, and attention that you offer. And when you do, you begin to create relationships that are built on mutual respect, where